Welcome to the DoubleEShow. Bad strategy, horribly simulated. What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Moving Mondays with American Truck Simulator. In this episode, we will be driving to Lawton, Oklahoma. My objective is to go from Lawton to Tulsa to St. Louis, then on to Columbus, then New York, and then up to Boston, and then up to Manchester. The object to get to there is because Boston is in my area and Manchester is in my area, and I'd like to own a couple of garages up that way. So we're going to be hauling some plaster to Lawton to start out. So let's get her started, and we'll get underway. All right. Brake off. I gotta move one thing here real quick. There we go. Had a piece of paper leaning up against my monitor that was covering which gear I was supposed to be in. All right. So I added a realistic textures mod to the list here, and it's supposed to improve the look of the skyboxes, supposed to increase frame rate, and supposed to smooth everything out a little bit. So we will see if that works. Anything coming? I do not see anything coming. Right on. We'll get underway, and we'll start talking about today's games, or this week's games. First, starting about today's games. And coming up at 2 o'clock today, have a really deep, somewhat emotional game called Marie's Room coming up at 2 o'clock. Now, it is adult themed. It's not nasty or anything like that, but it deals with adult subject matter. So if you have kids that watch along with you, I wouldn't recommend watching that one with them around. Or if you're sensitive to adult themes of any kind, grown-up stuff, I wouldn't watch it. But it was one that I actually very much enjoyed playing, and I would play. I would play another game like it tomorrow if there were one available. I really enjoyed it. It is a one-off series, so I play the full playthrough. I edited the video down so it doesn't take too long, but it is close to an hour. So, with that being said, it's not a hop, skip, and jump like our last trip was in American Truck Simulator. It is definitely a longer game, and it is definitely Medicine Lodge. There we go. It is definitely not for children. Wow. No stop signs here. I have no idea. I don't like those intersections at all. They bother me. Anywho, suppose I'll pop it back down. I'll go 64. I'm good. Or 62. $64. There we go. Okay. Anywho, so that's coming up at 2 o'clock, and then on Tuesday we reach episode 5 of Forebearers, Hearth and Home. Now, in the last series of season of Hearth and Home, episode 5 was where everything broke. little spoiler, it does not break this time. So we are progressing along with our settlement. I like the game. The mechanics are a bit wonky, but that's due to the fact that it's something different. And it is still in beta, so there is still improvements to be made to the UI, to the, well, there's still improvements to be made to the UI and how you group people together and whatnot. So, but you know, we do what we do. I didn't see a turn signal there at all. Anywho. And then we have Banished Wednesday. We have 2 different series running in Banished now. We have the Red Ketchup's Editor's Choice with Discrepancies DS mods, the Jetty and Bridges and the Thompson Trade Merchants. That's at 1 o'clock, and R. Thompson's Hollow is definitely coming along nicely. It's Banished, man. Love the game. And if you like watching it, and you like watching people build without just min-maxing everything, you know, trying to be more organic and grow, then it's definitely worth a check out. And then, of course, at 2 o'clock, we have the Mega Mod. And the Mega Mod is huge. Huge. There is so much stuff in the Mega Mod. I get lost trying to find things that I just selected and built. Step away to another area and then go back to look for it again. Can't find it. It's huge. I'm actually going to make myself a cheat sheet. That was what was actually blocking my monitor. I'm going to make myself a tiny little cheat sheet of which tabs house my the specific housing I want, which tabs house the specific production buildings I want. I'm going to make a little cheat sheet so I can quickly find them. It's so big. It says a lot of people were saying it's 3.5 gigs. It's closer to 5 gigs when I added up all the bytes for the 3 different files. It's huge. It's just massive, which is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with massive. Gives you plenty of options, and hopefully we'll be able to utilize the majority of items in the mod to build our towns, because I plan on doing a couple little settlements, well, and then like a major town throughout the map, because I picked a nice huge map, and I'm hoping to utilize every last square inch of it. But that's coming up at 2 o'clock, and we progress along with Modzonia very nicely. Let's see. Thursday, Depraved. I'm really shocked by what happens in Depraved. Not over the top shocked, just really like, the heck? I don't understand. Watch the video. You'll understand what's confuddling about it. Because there's really... That's a rather sharp curve for 55. Got another one coming up here. Again, I did not see a turn signal there. I'm not a fan of these intersections. Just saying. And yeah, so depraved is. I mean, Nerd Night was doing fantastic, and then it wasn't. So, with that being said, um, yeah, it's a struggling episode to get through to where we need to get to, which our natural progression was we're working to get so completely stable that we can expand over towards the river, so that way we can get fish, because we need fish for merchants, and all of the sudden, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Dun dun dun. Watch on Thursday at 1 p.m. And then Tropical Sea. So I'm going to let you know now, right now. They did an update right before I recorded, and that update broke my save game. Absolutely fine. It happens. It's happened before. The last update they did, I managed to be able to run my save, but this most recent update before recording broke the save, and in the day that I'm recording this video right now, they did another update, which would have broken the save anyways. So basically what we do in Thursday's episode is we take a look at one of the updates that they recently did, if not the most recent one that broke my save game, the random map generator and how it works, because I think having not played Tropico before in any of its earlier iterations, you know, I don't know if there was a map generator before, and whether you could you know, customize it to the degree that the new map generator does. But we take a look at it, and you know, if you're into Tropico and you're playing the beta or you're looking forward to it when it releases, I go over very concisely how it works. So then we move on to Fridays, and we've got Felon Fridays with Prison Architect. I continue on with the planning. This episode we move on to we're in Clinton. We move on to the security facilities, so that we can make sure that we have all the security measures in place for when we bring in the white collar criminals. And I go through what it is I'm doing with the planning, and then I time lapse the planning stage, and then I talk about a little bit of what I did with that planning after the time lapse is done. But the total video is like 13-14 minutes, so should be a quick, easy watch for you if you like my Prison Architect videos. Because next week, I'm hoping, if I didn't miss anything, and I'm kind of leaving it up to the viewers to point out anything I may have missed, next week I will be... Wow, why are we doing 44 and a 55? This is what I don't understand. And a non-passing zone, so I'm kind of stuck here behind the state trooper. Next week I hope to start building, should there not be anything major missing from the planning. And once I start building, then I gotta make sure that I build along with utilizing the grants, so we don't go too deep into the hole while building, because I really want to make this prison profitable. So I want to build it. I'm using unlimited funds, don't get me wrong, but I want to build it without spending a boatload of money, and then I want to use the grants to keep the debt from going too deep, and then I want to use the prisoners to make sure that I have enough income to have a plus in the income outgo column. That being said, it's going to be minimum security. That was the plan for the design. So they bring in the least amount of money. So my hope is that they utilize the workshop, they utilize the forestry, and those things to bring us in some cash. Right? And what I would like to do with the prison is, after it's built, run several episodes, hopefully get some, what do they call them? The instances that pop up with random events. Hopefully we get a couple of random events, and we can go through some of those, and I can demonstrate how to stave off the random events problems. We shall see. Do I have my lights on? I do. Okay. It's looking like it's going to rain. It's about 10 or 9 at night. It's still fairly bright out for it being that time of the evening. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Prison Architect needs to be completed in a fashion that I can sell this prison for starting capital for the next build that I do. When I played it a lot on my own before recording it for the channel, I did that. I would build a prison, get its value up, sell it, use that starting capital, which was greater than the capital they generally give you to start. And I would that's what I would do, is I would build the prison that way. Holy crap, almost ran into the back end of the cop. I do have the brakes set to be more realistic, so it's not stop on a dime brakes, but holy crap. At least there's a set of lights here. So yeah, I mean, that's the main goal, is to get the prison profitable and sellable. All right, let's see here. Looks like we're just up the road. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes or so away. Now, I'm not sure why it's Central Daylight Time. Oh, because I'm in Central U.S. Okay, never mind. That'd be why the skybox was the way it was. I'm used to East Coast time. Our customer expects delivery soon. Yeah. I'm as far as I know, right around the corner. And here we are in Lawton. Can I get there in time? I can if I cut that corner. Thank goodness nobody was there. It says 55 through here, but I don't believe it. I'm not buying it. Alright. Right on. Parking brake, engine off, enter key, and there we go. So we made it on time. We got our 15 grand, and we got our 500 XP. So there you go. Listen, I hope you like the quick trip here, and I hope you'll watch this week's videos coming up, starting with Marie's room at 2 o'clock today. If you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions for topics of conversation on Moving Mondays, put them in the comments below, and we will talk about them. And with that, I will catch you next Monday for another episode of American Truck Simulator. Peace.
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.